What's going on, guys? It's Jello here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use duster gas in your gas airsoft gun. So the things you're going to be needing are your gun, obviously, duster gas, silicone spray would be ideal, and lastly, this is probably the most important thing you'll need, is your Airsoft Innovations gun gas kit. Now if you read this here at the bottom, it says that it comes with a duster adapter, and that's that little tip that you see right here. And so if I open this up, you're going to see that it comes with a bottle of silicone oil, which is really good, propane adapter, which I mainly use, and lastly it's going to come with your duster tip. So there are pros and cons to using duster gas in your airsoft gun, and I will put that on the screen now. But one of the main reasons people use duster gas is that it's weaker than propane or green gas. So I know that there are a lot of guns that actually advise you to use duster gas. For example, the Tokyo Marui 5.7 has a plastic slide and they advise you to use duster gas. And that's because using propane or green gas is actually too powerful for the gun and can actually break it. There have been a lot of stories of people using propane or green gas in that specific gun and the slide cracks, and that's a really expensive fix. Another useful application of this is, say your gun is shooting over field limits, say you're playing CQB and your gun shoots over 400, it's most likely not going to be allowed on the field. Using duster gas, you're going to get a lower FPS because the gas is naturally less powerful than green gas or propane, and so say you're in that situation, this would be a really useful application for you. For me personally, this is the only gas gun that I own, and so I noticed that after the first two shots it won't have enough power to slide lock the gun. It won't pull the slide back far enough to reach this activation point, and eventually it'll start half cocking the gun, so it won't even pull the gun into, this short trigger pull. It'll only half cock the gun and you'll still have this double action trigger pull. I also noticed that the accuracy, in my case only, I have not heard anyone say that their accuracy is affected by this, but for my specific gun, I noticed that the accuracy decreases a lot. So when I'm using propane or green gas on this, I'll get a really tight spread, but using duster gas, for me, it goes all over the place. But that's only my case. It could be possible that this is the only gun on earth that does that, so just know what you're doing with your gun. So finally, let's get into the actual tutorial of this. So first of all, you're going to want to take your duster can and you're going to remove this plastic tip on here. I don't know when they started adding these tips, but a long time ago I know they had like these spray paint tips that I have. I'm trying to show you here. Something like this, along the lines of that. It'd be like a one-piece white kind of tip. But they changed it, something like this. So you're going to have to take pliers, which is what I do, and I just tear off the plastic until I get to something like this. It should look like this. So this is with nothing attached on the top. But for the sake of this video, this can's actually almost empty, so I'm not going to use this. I'm going to be using a different can, but it's the same concept. There's probably going to be something on the top. You're going to remove it, and you'll have this little tip right here to attach your duster gas tip onto. And that's what you're going to do next. And so that should be attached just like that, and you're almost good to go. So this should be obvious because this is normal maintenance for an airsoft gun, but lubricating your airsoft gun is a must when you're using duster gas. Similar like propane, green gas, you have silicone oil that's added into the gas, so you won't really need to lube the magazine, but if you're using duster gas, it kind of works in the same concept as propane. So in the propane adapter, you're actually supposed to use this and drop 2 drops right into the propane tank, but you'll notice that there's really nowhere to add silicone oil to this. So what I advise is you open up this right here, you press your button to release gas, and you're going to want to spray silicone oil right into that valve. Maybe onto this valve as well, and that'll keep your mag lubed up, I think, well enough. So after you do that, you just want to get your duster gas, kind of shake it, and you're going to load it basically like you do green gas. And you're going to notice that I'm holding it in here a little bit longer than green gas or propane. That's because, like I said, duster gas is weaker, and so I think it'll take a longer time to balance out the gas between here and inside the magazine. So we're gonna dry fire this right now, and you'll notice like the first 2 shots are gonna slide lock. That's because the first 2 shots are usually the most powerful. Usually after that it stops slide locking, which means the slide isn't going far back enough to activate the slide lock, and eventually it'll start half cocking the gun, and then eventually it just won't shoot. That's normal running out of gas, so we'll test that now. Okay, I did 3 that time. Okay, so it took 4 to stop slide locking, and we have a full cock trigger, and eventually it's going to start half cocking. Oh, there's no slide lock. Oh, that's a jam. Sorry about that. This gun does that sometimes. As you can see, I got the half cock trigger, so now it's a double action trigger, which means the slide didn't even go far back enough to fully cock the trigger. Did that time. Another half cock trigger, and that's the end of that. So yeah guys, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you found it useful. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, and yeah, that's about it guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Peace.